Teyana's emotional breakdown. Teyana Taylor sat in front of the camera. No makeup, no filters, no bright lights, just her raw self. Her voice trembled as she tried to speak, her hands shaking slightly. And for once, the confident, fearless woman everyone knew seemed completely gone. What the world saw instead was a heartbroken woman trying to explain her pain. The sleepless nights, the betrayals, and the exhausting feeling of constantly having to be strong while silently falling apart inside. For years, fans had known Teyana as bold, outspoken, and full of energy. She was always the one in control, smiling through chaos and performing with power. But this time, everything was different. Her voice cracked, her eyes watered, and she could barely hold herself together. She wasn't performing for the camera, she was begging to be understood. This wasn't an act. It was a cry for peace. As millions watched, hearts broke for her. Fans flooded the comments with love, sympathy, and prayers. They saw a side of Teyana that few ever had, unguarded and painfully real. But while the internet felt her pain, one person didn't. In that same moment, sitting just a few feet away, was Aaron Pierre, the man who was supposed to be her support system. And as she broke down, he was caught on camera, laughing. The moment that short clip spread online, everything changed. The sound of Teyana's trembling voice stayed with people, but so did the image of Aaron's smirk. At first, viewers tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he wasn't laughing at her. Maybe something else had distracted him. But as the video was slowed down and analyzed frame by frame, it became painfully clear. His eyes were fixed on her. His expression wasn't confused or distracted. It looked mocking. It looked cruel. What had once been the image of a calm, supportive man instantly shattered. People felt disgusted. The internet erupted with anger. Hashtags like #CancelAaron and #StandWithTeyana started trending within hours. Fans who once admired their relationship turned against him overnight. But how did things reach this point? Only a few months earlier, Aaron had been seen as Teyana's new beginning. After years of struggling in her marriage to Iman Shumpert, the basketball star turned reality TV personality, she had finally walked away from a life full of heartbreak. The public had long suspected Iman of cheating and prioritizing fame over family. When Teyana finally left, fans celebrated her courage. They wanted her to heal, to find peace, and maybe even to love again. Then came Aaron, the quiet, mysterious British actor who seemed like the complete opposite of Iman. He wasn't loud or flashy. He didn't post every detail of their relationship online. He appeared grounded and respectful, letting Teyana shine while staying behind the scenes. For a while, it seemed perfect. People believed she had finally found someone who wouldn't hurt her, someone who would protect her peace. But the truth turned out very different. That single moment, his laugh, told a story words couldn't. Because laughing at someone's pain, especially someone you claim to love, is not a mistake. It's cruelty. Imagine how Teyana must have felt. She was opening her heart to the world, exposing wounds she'd hidden for years, and the one person who should have held her hand through it all chose to mock her instead. That kind of betrayal cuts deeper than any public rumor. It's the kind of pain that doesn't fade easily. In the video, some fans noticed something subtle. A brief moment where she glanced in his direction. Her voice wavered, her eyes flickered with hurt, almost as if she could feel the disappointment before the rest of the world saw it. That tiny look said everything. It was the look of someone realizing, in real time, that the person she trusted wasn't really there for her. After the clip went viral, the outrage didn't just stay online. People close to Teyana were reportedly furious. Friends and family reached out, angry and heartbroken that Aaron could humiliate her that way. What was meant to be a moment of vulnerability and healing turned into a storm of humiliation and disbelief. And for Teyana, this breakdown video became more than just another emotional confession. It became a symbol of her strength, even when surrounded by betrayal. While one man's laugh tried to diminish her pain, millions of voices lifted her up instead. They saw the truth. A woman who had given everything, only to be laughed at when she finally showed her heart. Sometimes silence exposes people, and sometimes one careless laugh is enough to show the world who someone really is. The fallout. When the smile faded, some sources close to Teyana claimed that her family had never fully trusted Aaron from the start. They had warned her that something about him didn't feel real, that behind his calm, collected smile, there might be someone very different. And now, this viral moment felt like the painful confirmation of those fears. It was as if the mask had finally slipped. The man who was supposed to protect her heart had treated her struggles like entertainment. And then came the children. Teyana's kids had already been through so much. Their parents' public split, the headlines, the gossip. Seeing their mother cry was hard enough, but finding out that the man she was with laughed at her pain added another layer of hurt. Fans couldn't stop thinking about what that must feel like for them. To see the person their mom trusted turn into another source of heartbreak. That's not just embarrassing, that's emotional chaos. The kind that can leave scars long before a child even understands what went wrong. As the clip spread, social media exploded. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, every corner of the internet was on fire. The hashtags #CancelAaron and #StandWithTeyana flooded timelines. Comment sections filled with anger. People called him heartless, fake, and manipulative. Some even said he was never real from the beginning, that he had only played the part of the perfect boyfriend for attention. Comparisons quickly surfaced. Fans began saying Teyana had left one disrespectful man for another, drawing painful parallels between Aaron and her ex-husband, Iman Shumpert. The betrayal hit harder because Aaron was supposed to be different. He wasn't the loud, flashy basketball player with scandals trailing behind him. He was supposed to be the quiet, grounded actor who wouldn't embarrass her. But that quiet smile, the one people once admired, now looked like a mask hiding something crueler. And maybe that's why his laugh hurt so deeply, because it proved that even the ones who seem safe can still be the ones who break you. Some fans began speculating that Aaron never truly loved her at all. They believed he was drawn to the fame, the exposure, the chance to be linked to a powerful woman like Teyana. To them, that laugh was proof that her pain had always been just a performance in his eyes. Another scene to watch unfold. After all, he's an actor. And once that thought entered people's minds, the question became unavoidable. Had he just been acting the whole time? Playing the role of the perfect boyfriend while quietly building his own reputation from her spotlight? Others tried to defend him. Some claimed maybe his laugh came from frustration, that something she said during the video touched on private issues between them. A few insisted he was drunk or high, pointing to the glass in his hand and his lazy posture in the chair. Others argued that maybe he was reacting to something on his phone, not to her. But the evidence said otherwise. The slow-motion replays told the truth. His eyes were locked on her. His smirk appeared exactly as her voice cracked. It was too precise to be an accident. That single second changed everything. It shattered the image Aaron had built so carefully. The image of the calm, loving man who stood by Teyana through her healing. In an instant, he went from being the supportive boyfriend to becoming the villain of the story. And once the public makes up its mind, there's almost no going back, especially when the woman at the center of it is someone as beloved and respected as Teyana Taylor. For her fans, that moment wasn't just about a laugh. It was about what that laugh revealed. A truth she might have ignored, a wound she didn't deserve, and a reminder that sometimes, even the people who seem the most gentle can still hurt you in the cruelest way. The silence that said everything. Teyana Taylor has always been someone fans feel deeply protective of, especially after everything she's endured with Iman. So when this new clip of Aaron Pierre surfaced, it wasn't just another celebrity scandal. It felt personal. For many people, it was heartbreaking to watch a woman who has already been through so much face yet another public humiliation. For Aaron, this wasn't a small mistake. It was career suicide. Was Aaron's laugh just a horrible misunderstanding, or was it the moment his mask slipped? Did he accidentally show everyone who he really is? And most of all, can Teyana survive another public heartbreak, Or will this be the one that finally breaks her for good? Because in love, respect isn't optional, it's everything. It's the foundation. Without respect, love becomes hollow. It might look perfect from the outside, but inside it's empty. When two people choose to love each other, they aren't just signing up for the happy moments. They're promising to protect each other's hearts, to listen, to be gentle, and to never cause public humiliation. So when the person you trust most laughs at your pain, it's not a slip-up. It's a deep betrayal of your heart, your dignity, and the bond you believed was real. Pain should never be someone's source of amusement. Because if someone can smile while you're breaking, were they ever truly with you at all? Aaron Pierre didn't just make a bad choice. He revealed something about himself that people can't unsee. No matter how many apologies or explanations come next, the damage is already permanent. The internet doesn't forget, and it rarely forgives. People saw everything. The tears, the silence, the mockery. And in that moment, they made up their minds. There are mistakes that can be repaired, and then there are moments that expose who someone truly is. This was one of those moments.